Let's have a little test ride and a talk then. But first, let's see what this thing's got. 8,000 watts, 525 phase amps. Oh, not bad, considering it's only a bypass battery with the BAC8000. And here I am, back on the TALARIA Sting. Just a quick recap of what's happened. Last video I installed the BAC8000. Then I realised that I do have to bypass the battery if I want to get a noticeable difference, because I was getting errors coming up trying to pull 7,200 watts. It kept cutting out once it got quite high in the revs. So anyway, I decided to watch a few videos and I managed to bypass the battery myself. Well impressed. And that was going to cost me £160 to send away, and I didn't really want to do that, especially when I could see how easy the job was on YouTube videos. Anyway, after the day of the install and then the battery bypass, I just took it up the local track for a quick little up and down, checked everything was working fine. It was perfect. I was tired, hot and bothered, so I called it a day. Now it's the following day and I've got the bike out. It's so hot though, not sure it's a good idea, but I just took it for a quick rip, and yeah, it's a big improvement on the stock, that's for sure. Oh, and before I forget, I put in the peg brace this morning. Just makes the bike have a bit more strength, I suppose, stops the flex, and also if you break your pegs, it's sort of like a shear bolt, if you know what I mean. Now I've got to admit, I have noticed one little problem. I'll get on the phone to the guy and see what we can change, but when I pull away from a standing start, if you try and just nail it straight off the line, it feels like the chain's slipping. If you pull away for, you know, a couple of inches and then give it some, it's all right. But I'm not quite happy with, obviously, it doing that judder. Although once you get used to something like that, you'll manage. But that's not the point. I'll get on to that. So I've already noticed one issue to add to the snag list. Well, there's nothing else on the snag list, to be honest. No, I'm pleased. Looks tidy as well. It's got this, like, don't know, they call it a heat shrink cover. It feels like some sort of metal, aluminium, but the controller just slides in there and that holds it up in place. It's quite a good job compared to the other one I got, which just bolts on. It's open to all the elements. This one's got a bit of protection. What else is there? The display. That's on my phone. Let's turn it on. Connect. You probably can't see my screen now, actually. I've got everything you need on there. I've got the controller temperature, the motor temperature, which is saying 39, controller's 35. Got all these, there's so many options. I can absolutely change anything I want. It's pretty good, actually. Got reverse, got park. Oh, we lost it. Oh, I've lost it. Yeah, it's got park. See if we can find it again. There it is. Drive, yeah, you got the park though. If you put it in park, it just jams the motor up, so you can't push it. That can be a little bit of a nightmare for a thief, possibly. I'm not even sure if the camera will be looking at the screen. It's got all sorts, trust me. I'll go over that that's for another video, really. Can't even work out where I am now. Drive, we want drive. Yeah, so in the settings, just a quick look, you got all your fault warnings if there is any. You got when it will cut power in the motor. This is a GLE, well, app, ABS and all that. I'm not sure what that's on about. There's so many things to play around with. motor peak phase current, actually it's 510 amps. Ludicrous mode is 8000 watts. And street mode is 3400, but obviously I can change all this. Just makes everything really easy, and then if you change anything you just click on save and there you go. Let's put that back. Oh, and this is the one, before I forget, it's the thumb brake. Look, we're in street mode at the moment. Put it in ludicrous, lock that up. You don't need street mode. Regen, well, I'll show you this. If it'll work. Oh, because I locked it, dummy. This is something that will come in quite handy sometimes, although it's very sharp. I'm probably going to disable it most times unless I'm on a hill. But it just locks the back wheel up. Oh, nothing work. Have it on then. Look at that. It's like a brake. It's worse than the brake. It's better than the brake. I should play with that and really make that not so sensitive. Overall, the usability of it is pretty easy for someone like me, and I still can't believe I did the battery bypass. Yeah, I'll give myself a pat on the back for that, just saving £160. I've kept the battery not in my house, and I also have been checking it. It feels stone cold where it is. That's one way to that shows an unhealthy battery. If you can feel any sort of temperature, you should all know that anyway. I don't think I've forgot anything. In case you've seen these loose wires and you didn't see the last video, that's for the egg rider that I haven't got yet. I'm just going to go for a little ride, although I'm tempted not to, just because of how hot it is. It's a bit hot. The motor is saying 47 now. Jeez, I haven't even given it any yet. We've been cruising in the shade. Anyway, it has definitely made a good difference on the stock performance. It's got to be at least 30% better, which it was feeling a little bit slow to me now since the sur-ron. But it was still fun. This bike should have quite a lot of potential. Oh, every time you come this way you regret it. With a big 8000 controller, well, we'll be going for a 72 volt battery on this one, and with the chain drive just makes it, and the gearbox, I just mean the gearbox. Sorry, I just got a bit distracted then. I meant just having the gearbox and the chain, no belt to worry about. It's just a bonus. I've got to remember these tyres aren't the same. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. Everywhere I go, just grass seeds flicking all over me. I can't see anyone about it. To be fair, there shouldn't be anyone about this time, especially walking a dog. Poor dog. You imagine having a fur coat on and walking in these sort of temperatures. It's 30 odd degrees near enough. Yeah, some dogs are shaving, I know. Okay. Whoa, that got a bit thin there, it's hairy. So, okay, if you've got a shaven dog, we'll go barefooted along the tarmac. Whoa. This is getting a bit dodgy now. A bit of a faster bike. Whoa. And presto as well. Yeah. So you shouldn't be walking your dogs at this sort of temperatures, in these sort of temperatures. thistle. Just looking at the motor temp, 54. Controller, 37. Everything's just overgrown. At least if it was evening time, I could have my trousers on, joggers or something. Tell you what, when I get back, I'm going to bag up the grass seed that's in my trainers. There's probably quite a bit of it. That stuff's quite expensive. Oh. Yeah. And here we are at the mud hut. A leaf hut. Oh my god, it's getting stung everywhere I go. I tell you what, I am getting a good feel for the bike. It is enjoyable. Just need to be the right conditions. It might be that happy medium, because that 12 kilowatt sur-ron feels quite dangerous sometimes. This is a little bit more timid, but utilises its qualities, being semi like that. That still doesn't stop me wanting the 72 volt though. Feel like 20 odd kilowatts of power. That would be something else. Well, I'm going to go back over this bridge. I think I'm going to start heading home, because I've done all I needed to do. I wanted to just test everything was working, get back, watch that battery a bit more for a few weeks. I will. That was my manberries. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, especially as you got this far. I really appreciate that support. MOTO Machines out.